thank you for sharing those words, because what came to me was, where money flows, attention goes, right?
Mhm.
So if we're investing in ourselves, it's like, okay, if you just don't do it on your own, when you invest in somebody else to help you,
Mhm.
suddenly we pay attention. Suddenly we'll do the things that we know we need to do, aside from other things, right? Like all the wisdom and the guidance and everything. But my God, that's so powerful. So I was sharing, so many things have happened since I put my hand up. But I'll go back, and I just want to say I'm so excited and I love what you're doing, Dr. Tooby. Thank you for doing what you're doing. And women, we need containers like this where we can be vulnerable. I mean, the words are still ringing in my head. You know, we're not in competition. I fix your crown, you fix mine. I mean, that just like lit me up. I was just on fire hearing those words, because it's so true. And I'm someone who's always been extremely independent, one of those figure outer persons. Don't ask, usually don't need to ask, but it's a life of solitude, and then if something is happening, whether you need the help or not, isn't it more fun like to go on the journey with others, and then being able and recognizing like, oh, I never get an opportunity to be vulnerable. So
Mhm.
it's just a really, just such a powerful experience. And I've been listening in the background for most of today, so I'm really happy to be here and settled. But one of the things that stood out to me that you were talking about earlier was your experience of being a mom and being assertive and standing and stepping into your own authority and saying no to your kids. Like, I'm not going to clean up after you. I'm not going to make it all better. And I wanted to add to that my experience as one of the kids with an amazing mom who just would never let it fall. And so I grew up in an environment where my mom did everything, like
Mhm.
always taking care of stuff, making sure that she completed my taxes when I started working. She made sure that said the bank account was like she was doing it out of love. But what ended up happening, you said the word enabling. She didn't mean to, but what ended up happening was when she passed, and I was
Mhm.
quite young, I didn't know what to do.
Mhm.
And I was like, shit, excuse my language. I was like, Mom, I love you. And I should have been more assertive as a kid, right? Realizing we just take our parents for granted, and we just take because it keeps giving, giving, giving. But it doesn't allow us to step up and grow and be the adults that we came here to be. So it's, just I was remembering that experience as a young woman growing up. And sure, you love it as a kid. So if you have children, any of you out there, this is the other side. Is like, if you as a kid, you appreciate it, sure, but it's not really so much the appreciation. It's just like, oh, thanks, it made my life easier. But there is something so powerful about doing and approaching it the way you're describing, Dr. Tooby, where it's like it's forced empowerment. But that's what we need. So to be uncomfortable and to allow our kids to get uncomfortable is like such a powerful thing to do. And then they become resilient, like you said, and figure outers. And if they end, I'm sure you make an environment where they can ask for help if they need it, but they still do it themselves. I just so appreciated hearing your story and can speak from the experience of a woman who loved me to pieces and meant well, but that enabling, I'm European, and so it's very much in our culture where they do everything. And it just doesn't allow us to stand on our 2 feet. So thank you for the refreshing confirmation that yes, it's good to allow our kids especially to be uncomfortable, because we grow. So thank you.